Who knows it?
Bruh.
I never spelled it.
Bruh.
Hasta me duele la pinche vulva nada más de acordarme de ti.
So good to see you.
Thank you very much for your visit.
Of course.
Early the next morning.
R.I.P.
Thousands of tears later.
I'd like to be Pope. Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it.
Biotech company Colossal Biosciences says it brought the extinct direwolf back to life. Scientists are using genes from gray wolves to create dire wolves.
Wow. Okay.
It will behave like a dire wolf, and it is a dire wolf. I don't want to hear that. Because first of all, how do you know? How do you know that that's true?
American diplomats in China have been reportedly handed a new directive: absolutely no romantic entanglements with Chinese citizens.
You serious?
When it comes to matters of the heart, the U.S. government has officially swiped left.
China!
No.
China!
No.
Policy affects diplomats, their families, and contractors with security clearances.
What is this? For what? Why?
The new rule aims to prevent espionage threats posed by honey trap operations.
No matter what happens, you're not allowed to fall in love with me.
Thompson versus Nelson.
Bruh.
May it please the court. I come here today a humble pro se before a panel of 5 distinguished justices.
Is this, hold on.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Is that counsel for the case?
I generated that.
I'm sorry?
Excuse me?
I generated that? That is not a real person.
Shut that off. If you want to have oral argument time, you may stand up and give it to me. You have 5 minutes.
Yesterday, US stocks lost $3 trillion in value.
It's not easy doing what I do, is it?
China is fully prepared to fight to the very end because the world is big enough that the United States is not the totality of the market in the world.
Boy, calm down. Ain't nobody checking for you.
If the United States wants to go in that direction of completely shutting itself out of the China market, be my guest.
China will lose the US market, which, as I've said, is 15%.
We don't care.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
China has been here for 5,000 years. Most of the time, there was no United States, and we survived.
Clock that T. Clock that T.
J.D. Vance talks about Chinese peasants.
Rude.
That's our tradition. We are farmers before, but now we are one of the leading industrialized economies in the world.
Do you recognize this style, this bag? Of course you do.
Yeah, so what's your point?
For the past more than 30 years, we have been the OEM factory for most of the luxury brands around the world. Gucci, Prada, Coach, Louis Vuitton. Why don't you just contact us and buy from us? You won't believe the prices we give you.
Meanwhile,
Minutes and counting.
It looks like a giant dick.
Yeah.
Looks like a huge...
Pecker! That's not a word, Pecker. It looks like someone's...
Private! We have reports of an unidentified flying object!
That looks just like an enormous
Wang!
1, 2, 3, take us space!
Oprah watching her best friend go to space.
Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Why are you crying?
Katie!
It's almost hurtful to me to watch her be so dumb.
Just a second. Thank you, Jesus.
Gail King, you are officially an astronaut. How do you feel?
I still can't accept that word. No. The best part was when we got back in our seats after 0 G's, Katie sang, "What a Wonderful World."
Okay.
What do you mean none of these women actually had a role piloting the spacecraft?
You're telling me they traveled for 11 minutes, went 62 miles, and not one single one of them had to touch a doohickey on board? This sent me over the edge. The way she was holding the daisy for her daughter Daisy, but she looked insane. She was holding up a butterfly. With her tour dates, girl, we're not going to that.
Nope.
The icing on the cake for me is that they are talking about how this is inspirational for little girls growing up. You can work real hard, become a millionaire/billionaire, or you can date a billionaire. Then you can afford to fly to space.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
It only requires a $150,000 deposit. The full fee is not disclosed.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow.
This whole thing was a commercial for Blue Origin, and look how they just opened the door. That wasn't supposed to happen because Bezos was supposed to open it with a fake tour.
Oops. Think about how many resources went into putting these women into space. For what? I'm disgusted, literally.
I am offended. I am disgusted. I am shaking as we speak.
What is your answer to that, or your response to the haters?
Have you been?
Girl, bye. Bye. Get out. Get out.
If you've been and you still feel that way after you come back, please let's have a conversation.
Hi guys, so yes, I did that. And you would do it too for a check. I was an employee. And I was gonna get employee of the month. And that's on period.
Coachella hadn't even started yet, and there's already problems with some people calling it literal hell. Coachella veteran named Hailey Maxwell gave us all the tea that has been going down in this article right here. She said this was the worst it's ever been. Usually open the gates around 3:15 to 3:30 a.m. every year, which is why people get in line early. We're usually at the campsite before sunrise. This year we weren't even at the security checkpoint yet after 9 hours. She also said that there was no traffic control, poor signage, and people were completely lost. She said it took us 4 hours to move half a mile, and other fans had it just as bad.
We're on hour 8 of being in line for the Coachella camping. We can't drink water. Right. They won't let us into any of the bathrooms. No bathrooms except for the staff, and the staff won't let us in. Starving, but we don't want to eat because if we eat, apparently people ahead of us were in the bushes. What? And the cops were called, so that stopped the line for another half an hour because people are themselves in the bushes, so we can't eat.
I think the worst thing about this was that there was no communication from Coachella. Fans were flooding their Instagram section. One person said, slowly running out of gas in my car camping line right now. Our campers stuck in line for 6 hours in rising heat, wasting gas. They have no way of refilling with no bathroom or explanation. Another said bushes near Coachella are getting an extra watering today. Others comparing it to Fire Festival. I don't think this is the start anyone was hoping for.
Why am I doing this? Why am I here?
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God. What is that?
Totally unique, completely not ever been done before.
Meanwhile.
What's up?
Meanwhile.
If you were like me and thought that Tyla's Coachella Weekend 2 outfit was inspired by Britney Spears, you would be incorrect.
No, don't compare. Don't compare.
A fan posted these photos to show the similarities between these two outfits, but Tyla said no inspo, and then she and a fan got into it on Twitter.
Man, shut your ass up. Nobody asked you how to
But Tyla, girl, come on now. All you were missing was the snake.
So Kanye West just made a very startling revelation.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Posted a song to his ex account and he captioned it with this. This song, Cousins, is about my cousin that's locked up in jail for life for a pregnant lady.
What?
A few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6 and then we acted out what we saw.
It is a sickness.
My dad had a Playboy magazine, but the magazines I found at the top of my mom's closet were way different. My name is Ye and I my cousin Stingaling till I was 14.
When I first saw that story yesterday, I thought to myself, what am I supposed to do with this information? Like, I don't want Kanye to tweet. I want Kanye to go get help.
Stop it. Get some help.
100 men versus one silverback gorilla. Who would win? Need one messy bitch called Becky who's just been through a breakup. Because you don't have to kill it in order to dominate it. You need to take it home for a pet. And Becky would do that. Give Becky 1 minute with that gorilla and it'll be eating out of her hand. Give her 5 minutes, 10 minutes and it'll be rolling over and having belly rubs. Give her a day, it'll have a collar around its neck, be renamed Peaches. Give her a month and she will have crowdfunded to have had it airlifted back to her 1-bedroom apartment.
reasons. I mean, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men.
Kudos to you, bitch.
We had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, but why?
Why?
And I said, well, maybe because I can.
She's got a point.
But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity, raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks.
Yeah.
And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I have no interest in it.
Excuse me, can you record me real quick? Can you record me real quick?
Get somebody else to do it.
Oh.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How you been?
Good, what's up?
Chilling, bro. I'm just here.
You're not gonna let me in? I'm just trying to be respectful.
Oh, you're trying to be respectful. You're trying to be respectful?
Yeah.
Let me show you respect.
There is only one thing we say to death. Not today.
Do you stop? Do you rest? Do you rest?
Why is the internet calling Hailey Bieber a psychotic stalker? Huh? Hailey Bieber married to Justin Bieber.
Okay.
But before Hailey Bieber was Justin Bieber, her name was Hailey Baldwin. She's part of the Baldwin family, a family of actors. Her dad's name is Stephen Baldwin. So Hailey Baldwin, big fan of Justin Bieber. So Stephen Baldwin introduces his daughter Hailey to the boy with the swoop. Damn, them fans started to notice her in a few other pictures. Okay. What if it's a coincidence?
Oh, well, isn't that convenient?
Justin Bieber at this time dating Selena Gomez. Ain't nobody gonna get between that. Except for Justin and Selena, because they break up.
No shit.
Look, it's Kendall Jenner. Kendall introduces Hailey and Justin. They start hanging out. Interviewer goes to Justin. They say, okay, I see you and Hailey. Justin, oh, no. I'm just chilling right now. You know, I'm not dating nobody.
Wow.
Justin back on his bulls. He back together with Selena Gomez. Okay. They break up again.
Bruh.
But then Hailey slides through so much game, she gets married to Justin Bieber like 6 months after Justin breaks up with Selena.
Good for you.
But here's where things start to get wicked. Fans then started to notice something. Inexplicably, Hailey Bieber starts taking photos similar to Selena Gomez.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
And what you're about to see is quite remarkable. Bing, bop, boom, bang.
Holy
Zoom, zow. And since I ran out of words, we're gonna stop. Well, after this one, because this dress is pretty nice. And so all this had people going, that's quite peculiar. Selena Gomez then does a cooking show. Hailey Bieber does a cooking show.
Are you serious?
Shows are remarkably similar. Down to the script, down to the frame.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
The internet goes, Hailey, you're insane. Hailey goes,
Leave me alone at this point. I'm minding my business. I don't do anything. I don't say anything. Leave me alone.
Meanwhile,
poor Katy Perry, her tour is going viral right now for all the wrong reasons. Now, I don't know if this is a budget issue, if this is a creativity issue. Like, why is she fighting a heating tube right now? Maybe this is a cash grab for Katy Perry because it looks like she rehearsed this like one time. I mean, look at some of this choreography. It is an absolute mess. And I think this is a great example of how some artists are just not really connecting with their audiences like they used to.
meanwhile,
Beautiful job. She has the #1 book on Woo! I'm going through it, bitch. I'm losing my motherfucking medulla.